Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. So, if there wasn't a thing that we could show you, oh my gosh, I can't even speak right now. This market is oversold. Okay, the market was oversold. And we're going to show you on a giant chart here. We're going to show you on the Bitstamp chart on the daily of the market being massively oversold. Okay, so not overbought, oversold. And so we almost touched the 200-week moving average, and Crypto Chris went long. When Crypto goes long, you go long. Okay, you can't ignore when Crypto goes long, because he actually is the biggest Bitcoin influencer and biggest Bitcoin YouTube channel in the world, and he's had legendary trades. Okay, and he went long, but that's not why we went long. I think the fundamentals were showing us something, and also the liquidation levels. So a lot of liquidations were building up in the short side. A lot of people were still betting on the short side for more lower prices, and we're going to give you the liquidation map here. A lot of shorts right here were getting crushed at this particular level for Bitcoin at around, it's looking about 60, at that 70K level. So if we look at Bitcoin on the 70K level here, and also tie it into the CME gap, this is what is happening. So we have a gap here that is formed in between 78,000 and there's like this wick here. It's better to see it on the 4-hour. You can actually see the kind of structure of the gap was right here. And so that gap needs to be filled. And so maybe we get up to 76, but it looks like we're catching a bid with the bulls. You can see here, with our fake market cipher, printing a green dot, money flow coming in, and we have a nice chance of pushing up and getting a V-shaped recovery. But but we're still cautious. But we did last night. We were like, that's it. The bears can't last that long. And people were calling like, this is the start of the bear market. Absolutely not. We're coming towards the end of the bear market. We were in a bear market against gold and silver and the stock market and everything else against crypto since January, for a whole year. So, and some of us were in disbelief. Hey, I was wrong about a lot of different things. I was right about some stuff, wrong about other things as well. And so, and for us to be super bullish crypto, continue to make content, sometimes you're in disbelief. You're like, man, is it really bearish? Can it be that bear? Because we're macro bullish, but then you have to kind of see where it's just obviously that there was just a lot of things attributing to the price action going down. Binance liquidation levels being one of them, massive capitulation across all markets, some things going belly up that haven't been talked about yet, but we see it in the chart. ETF outflows were pretty heavy. Now I noticed something last night. If you're in the Telegram group, we basically talked about how the ETF started to inflow. And so the ETF started to inflow, and we want to show you guys real quick the posts so you can follow the Telegram. Make sure you guys are in the Telegram because we're posting this stuff. And if you were up last night, we were basically alluding to how the prices of things we're going to start get it. And salute to everyone. Make sure you hit that like button. We're starting a little earlier today because we just like the market's just going. So we wanted to make sure we catch everyone, catch the price action, and we can document this. So make sure you're in the Telegram The Telegram is in the link in the description. And so we're posting constantly, daily, like multiple posts a day. So it's like it's a feed that you guys can get. I said, look, ETF inflows, they stopped selling. I believe this was at 12:30 a.m. So I was up late last night. Also, you can see here, frozen this Friday. U.S. banks could be frozen this Friday. Received this today. Frankly, I don't know what to make of it, but because of the immediate nature of the potential issue, this particular Hal Turner is saying that something's happening today with the banks. And then also, look, silver, the 517 million ounces of silver contracts standing for delivery next month. So COMEX accepted another 3 million ounces of silver delivery calls, but they can't meet the demand. So it's like the paper silvers market is going to be, I don't know. There's something going on with this, but we're trading it. We're also trading this volatility with the silver. So this is on WEEX. We're actually trading gold and silver. We're going to show you all the positions that we got into, the reason why we got into them, and we'll explain. So silver and gold are going to continue to make new all-time highs, but we have to look at where our potential targets are for our take profits. And I want to make sure this should be, I had some levels here, and I don't know where it went. Did it take my drawing off? Yeah, it did take my drawing off for some reason. I had two levels. I had a take profit 1, take profit 2. And you can see that we had resistance at 91. Now, this is where I think we're trying to get back up to. And then we have another take profit 2 at 120. But ultimately, if you've watched the channel, you've watched the silver video I made months ago, we have a target of $150 an ounce for silver, between $150 and $200 an ounce. And it's because the spot buying is outpacing any of the futures contracts or anyone. Quote, look, this is that where they pulled the switch, where they made it really expensive. So you're wondering, like, why did gold and silver drop like a meme coin? It's because they made it overnight millions of dollars more expensive to hold your contracts open, and they just liquidate you. So I've been given this information, and then I was like, no way. And then so a friend of mine who's deep in the silver market, he buys physical silver, he watches this stuff. He was telling me that they were going to try and do this, but they'll be unsuccessful. But if they are, they'll bring it down like a lot. And then at that point, that's when you want to strike. And he called it. I mean, so that's what he said. And then lo and behold, it dipped right down into 68, and it took a bid, because these companies and treasuries or whoever's buying the physical silver, they have the connections to be able to make the call to get the price right there and get physical silver at wherever they're going to try and get the price at. And the retail, we can't really do that. It's like you might have a guy, you might know a guy, but mostly people are going to overcharge you, and you're going to be paying, probably mostly a premium. And so this is kind of where I think a lot of the price is being manipulated through the futures market, the paper, silver, gold, all that stuff. So the same thing's happening with gold. More so though with silver, it has to do with production of the things that we need, and then going into the AI, robotics, agentic, AGI, robots being in every single house, satellites, whatever, solar, cell phones, chips, conductors. Then you go into copper. You can kind of go down the line, but it's not going to get any less valuable, and it's only getting harder to mine, and it shows. So this is the supply and demand scarcity coming in for the metals. Then I think we'll have the obvious rotation going in with crypto. So so what I think is happening right now is a gap is wanting to get filled with Bitcoin. And we're going to show you guys all the entries that we have currently, the things that we are trading. And so if you were following us last night, we basically just like accepted that the bears need to be slain. And we were just like, that's it. You know, we're pulling out the katana, and I'm over it. You know, I'm not going to get all like gloomy doomy. I'm going to lock in, and I'm going to know that, like, look, I've done this before. I've seen it before. Maybe we've made mistakes, but it's no reason to give up. And that's with anything you're doing in life. I don't care what it is, your family, your business, your friends, your relationships, you know, your self growth, whatever it is, you know, like, you can't give up. Things are going to get tough sometimes, but we have to persist. So, yeah, this is what we've been updating this Telegram the entire morning, trying to keep guys in the loop, and it's totally free. You know, you can join in and join the Dano Dojo crew. Also, you can get in the Discord, and we've been posting the setups in the Discord as well, all the trade setups. We told you guys, but it actually showed you in the Discord a while ago, about on the 30th, showing you that, like, we were going to have this bear flag play out like pretty hard. You know, we weren't like guaranteed, but we said, hey, there's a high probability chance we get this max pain. And so it is, you know, valuable for you guys to be in the Discord and in the Telegram. It's freaking free. So, all right, so let's break down the trades real quick. We have the Pepe trade open because we were in Pepe Katana mode, Samurai Champloo mode. We trust instincts and we roll with the plan. So this is what we've been trying to do. We've talked about the elusive Pepe trade. If you've watched this channel long enough, we've chased the Pepe trade. It's one of those that you're just like, this is the retire the bloodline trade. You know, you get a Pepe long and you're able to hold it into the quote bottom of the bear market and go into the start of the bull market. That's quote legendary. That's like an ATM. You might as well install an ATM in your house and be able to withdraw from it every single day. Any of these entries that we can get in the quote bottom of wherever we might be hitting the bottom. I don't know if that was the bottom. We were pretty damn close. I mean, if that was the bottom, we damn called it with the CZ, Black Swan, Binance, you know, all the FUD and all this stuff that's happening. Nothing's hit the news officially yet, but someone went under, someone's going down, and this might have been the sign right here. So I hope you guys have been following the channel, and you know, you guys gotta help me. You gotta break the YouTube plague that is happening with crypto channels. They're trying to stop our progression because they know we know. They know that we know. Okay. They've already voice recognitioned us, IP'd us, face recognitioned us, that we know about the money system, that we know they print the money, that we know there's fraud, and they're going to just keep shadow banning us until you hit that like and you share the channel evangelistically. And then basically what it does is it pumps your backs. If you don't hit the like button and share crypto content and finance and stuff about us teaching you how to trade and teaching you about how to, you know, have some proper risk management, know that you're going to feel those emotions and FOMO and all these things that can knock you off your path, and that it is your job to battle yourself. You're the final boss. You need to hit the like button. It is imperative. It pumps your bags. It really does. Every single like button gives more traction into the sentiment of crypto continuing to be good here and to look good. I think, you want to know what my theory is with crypto, with the e-files and all that stuff that's happening with that, and the mentions of Bitcoin, and Jeffrey Epstein invested in all these different these crypto startup funds and was in contact with Coinbase or was in contact with MIT, invested in, you know, all the different things that were connected with Bitcoin. Potentially, and yes, there's some email chains and some funny, interesting connections, but you know what? Maybe, have you ever thought that the e-files mentioning Bitcoin was to FUD you out of the bag completely? PSYOP and a PSYOP? I mean, Bitcoin was created out of the financial crash in 2008 of basically the banks being bailed out, all the stuff like that created the quote narrative to go into Bitcoin to begin with, or to have some other type of option. So it's really interesting to see how this might be playing out, that this could be the psyop that's hitting the mainstream media to make people think, oh God, like I'm not going to go near that thing. Like I'm not, like, no, like what? Like this, all these connections, like, no, I'm out. Like, you know, I'm going to go, you know, I'm going to invest into something different. And I get that. But if you look past what the media is trying to fudge you with, it's trying to get you to talk about ICE, it's trying to get you to talk about all these things, trying to get you to fight, it's trying to get you to do left versus right, it's trying to get you all these things to distract you from the fact that they print the money. And where do they put the printed money? Well, looks like they might be putting it here. And I think the plan all along is to accumulate gold, silver, Bitcoin, hard commodity digital assets, payment rails, get people super bearish to the fact that like they're scooping it up. And Marty Party on X, if you've been following Marty Party, he breaks it down in very simple, is that market structure, market clarity is not going to come, and trillions aren't going to actually come fully in yet, or it might be time now, once Binance and whoever's doing the wash trading and manipulating the price with alts and all these different things is taken out. That was our big revelation with CZ recently, where we talked about how this is going to be a potential black swan event. You know, we said urgent major black swan event could be coming. 50K Bitcoin. Look, we just got what was it? How low did we go? 59. I mean, geez, we got in the 50s. I mean, I wasn't that far off. For calling this. And then if you look at this particular post, we were talking about Binance. I said, get your money off exchanges. When was this? This was February 3rd. I said, it's the final warning. I said 50K BTC coming sooner than you think. But I said 50K, but it was like around 50s, the 50s. Binance experiencing millions of dollars. Let me make sure I keep the price up here. So make sure it's not crashing and our trades are going into the red. Let's go. Come on, Bitcoin. It's like equals up only. $68,556,000 per Bitcoin. All right, so Binance was experiencing millions in withdrawals, had to pause them. It's just some funky stuff going on. I said another FTX event could be around the corner, so you have to be prepared. You have to think about it. Even Elliott. And it's funny. Then yesterday, Elliott Trades posted a video saying the exact same thing. Get your money off of exchanges. I've seen this before. You just like when exchanges go, when things go insolvent or things look bad, you are the first one to feel the pain because they have your funds. And then they pause withdrawals. You can't get it off. It's like, oh my gosh. So it's a nightmare. So this is why you have to practice. Like every time you make profits, every time you do something, you have the money, you got to put it on your self-storage, put it in self-custody with your keys. And that is the best alpha and lesson I can give anyone. I don't even care what you're doing. You're trading NFTs. I don't care what you're doing. Just get it. Get it off. I said the kicker about all this is I think the whole parting of CZ from Trump and the connection between the World Liberty Financial Trump family DeFi protocol is way deeper than we can imagine. So there's a massive connection going on between that stuff, my friends. All right, so look, we're about to crush into these levels. They're wrecking the shorts. Like I said, shorts, bears getting wrecked right now because they think they could have keep shorting in these levels where it's been so oversold. We've already hit all the levels and the money shots that we talked about. 87, 82, 76, 68. And then finally, the final one that we said was the liquidity sitting right here. Institutions were waiting to pick up that Bitcoin right there to make ultimate FUD close to the 200-week moving average. And now this could have been the bottom, and crypto went long. So we are long. So we're in the Pepe long. We are in the we're in the Bitcoin long at entry price 67,000 with a potential target right here. We'll show you the setup on WEEX. So make sure you guys, if you want to join the Discord, sign up for WEEX and make a deposit. This is a great opportunity to potentially catch the bottom of this bear market that we've been in. It's funny because if you look at the timeline and you don't watch out, you're going to watch people say this is the beginning of the bear market, and then we're going to 30K. But what they don't realize is the bear market started at 126 and now is getting close to the end, going into 2026. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. You're just inversing. You're just basically inversing the people that were in disbelief that we were in a bear market. So I was one of those people. I was a little bit in disbelief. I was like on the fence. I was like 50-50. I was like, gosh, there's so much bullish stuff to keep us in the game, but prices look like crap. And I was like, something's got to give, or we got to just hit something, pull the Band-Aid off and then bounce somewhere. But we just didn't know where it was. And it's tricky. No one knew. You either doubled down or you stepped away. You were just like, I got to just watch and see what happens. You got the Trump tariffs. You got Iran. You got Israel. You got the files. You got the Minnesota fraud. You have, just pull the scroll out to name all the stuff that is attributing to confusion in the market. But if you just blow all that away and you just look at the fundamentals, look at what's happening, and then you can just be like, okay, I can make a clear decision here, and we can look at it objectively instead of subjectively making it personal and all this crap. We just look at it from a broader perspective, and we will win, guys. Come on. We can do this. And if you're not paying attention, sorry. You can go to another channel. I don't care. But if you're not here to learn and make money, what are you doing here? For real. I don't know what else to freaking tell you guys. I don't know what the hell else to do besides give you the damn signals for free in the Telegram. I'm not charging you anything, and I'm giving it to you pretty straight. So I don't know what else to do. So, but we're proving to ourselves again that we're able to cut through the noise. We can see the price action, and we're going to be a robot about it. And if you want to join with me, let's go. Because now we're not screwing around. You could be right, Speed Demon. He says, I'm no expert, but I feel like the crypto market cap could go down another 1 trillion. We said the same thing. We said, look, this is a money shot bounce. This. We didn't know if it was going to be CZ Black Swan, but it's like Binance something made it to where this really just and this you could attribute it to also being the e-files kind of stuff as well. I'm just say e-files, FUD, quantum, e-files, FUD, quantum, future quantum computing, whatever. Gold and silver outpacing crypto, so then you should just completely sell out of all your bags because gold and silver, finally caught, have been parabolic breaking out, so you should just give up on crypto, Michael Saylor FUD, strategy's gonna, go bankrupt. I don't know. But if that is the case, and that does happen, okay, cool. Then we get another crash. We go to 55, and then that was the bottom. Crypto made a good example of what he did last bull market at the bottom of the bear market, the start of the bull market. He said he got liquidated 5 times. He got stopped out and liquidated 5 times of getting the quote around the bottom. And he said the gains completely gave him back what he lost to get in the entry over. He got the quote bottom of the market, gained multiple X's at that, and also put in an Ethereum trade, which then at a point, Ethereum historically in bull markets outperforms Bitcoin. So then if you can get both of those trades in, oh my gosh. But yeah, and Lasers is making a good point. So if everyone's looking for more lower prices all at the same time, then what do you think the market makers are going to do? Well, they're going to wreck them. And we said that the obvious thing that what they could do is send the wreckage from the bottom lows of the ultimate lows where everyone's like, oh, yep, now it's the start of the bear market. And then the market makers are like, it's the start of the bull market. And then look, boom. I mean, I felt it. I made this last night. I said, bears are wrecked, dude. Like, you can't short that much and not think that that they're coming in for the bid. But at least that's what I felt instinctually. And that's why I was like, I'm just going long. I said, I'm going crypto, longing, schlonging, like just long, strong. And so let me show you guys the entries, because we got a lot of really good entries. And it's not like, oh, that was easy just because it was at the bottom. No, it wasn't easy. It's like, look, it happens fast. I mean, the price action going down like this, it's not like you can be in front of a screen like looking at this the entire day. You have to have a life. That's why also too, when we talked about if you can set the limit orders, then that can be a really great way that you can catch price action if you're seeing where that potential move right here is coming from previous support. Boom. You really don't need that many indicators. You don't need to pay a bunch of fancy stuff. It's just like, hey, where was it supported before? Where has it hit resistance? Look at the order blocks, trading view. You can use the Lux Algo order blocks and see exactly where some of these price has been magnet towards, and also the resistance you can see. And that's how you can combine all of this into a confirmation bias for whatever direction you want to go, whether long or short, and then you have your plan. So for Pepe, we got the Pepe trade in close to that where it flagged, and we got that entry. Bitcoin. So on WEEX, we have the Bitcoin entry at 67. We're currently trading up into the 70K area where shorts were building up heavily in the 50x, 100x range to get liquidated. So we could hit resistance right at that top. So you want to probably take profits. That was the setup for Bitcoin here on the, right here. Yeah, we had the Bitcoin setup for, let's see, the 5 minute. Yeah, so it's actually playing. So this was the setup. So this was the long setup with the risk to reward ratio of I'm sure 7. But yeah, we had stop loss, close long, and take profit. So we've taken a little bit of profit so far, but then our target is the 70K range where we think the market is wanting to liquidate a little more of those confident shorts for the market. As you can see here, look, we're already crushing right up to it. So congratulations if you got in that trade. Like I said, with the silver, we wanted to make sure we caught a little bit of a bid on silver, and then the same with gold. We saw that gold was catching a bid as well, because everything was a little bit oversold in the market. And we said, look, Doge, we really wanted to show you guys that this was the ultimate go time line. And I don't know why it took my drawing away. I don't know where my drawings are. Go back to trading view. I had a big arrow with the go time. But yeah, this was basically like, look at the support for Doge right here. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 areas of support that we're sitting on. And I want to point out the ratio of Doge and BTC. So two meme coins that are ratioed to Bitcoin and really doing, like, I mean, the chart, if you look at it on the weekly chart for the ratio for Doge and BTC, it's insane. I mean, it's basically at its bottom, and if it pumps like this, Doge going to $1. Easy. And easily. Like, don't even think I'm crazy for saying this. It's like, it is possible. And then recently we saw this. Look at this channel, this like megaphone here. We're at the bottom of the Pepe BTC ratio, seeing a massive reversal. And look, oh my gosh, this thing catches a bid. And your spot Pepe, and also, like I said, if you're in a Pepe long, hold it. Oh my gosh, because if you can keep this thing open through the bull market, if this is the bottom, legendary. Legendary. Absolutely legendary. Just like people will talk about it for years to come. And now on Fulcrum, on Kronos, on the Kronos chain, we're also DeFi trading, and we have a BTC entry at 64,000, currently 188% in profit. ETH 140%. Pepe took profit on this. We're also in gold. So gold, Pepe, Bitcoin, ETH. And you see a pattern here. I'm trading the same tokens. I'm trading the same assets across multiple platforms. And this is the way. And so, and then you set your stop losses, you take your profits. I haven't set my stop losses on these, but I've taken profits on all of them. They're up all over 100%. I need to set them in to take profit or at break even or in above break even. And the same, I've taken profits on these. They're so in profit that now I can take them and put them into take profit on the stop loss. Same with these. These are all protected. I do have stop losses set for these and also have targets for the take profits. And if you can be robotic like this and just stack these wins, and this is what we did already, we took some of the profits that we made and bought some ticker Bitcoin. So because right now, if you're wanting to bid on things that are at the ultimate, like the freaking lows right now, you can see that Bitcoin liquidity just 1.1 million locked right now, and it's at its absolute lows. And when we've had support here at the lows, we went up massively. So this is what our plan is just to catch, a bid of Bitcoin, ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Teninu, going to $133 million. And that's a 627% move to the upside from where we're sitting at right now. That's not to mention getting back to its all-time high. That's a 1,730% move to the upside. You talk about getting back all your losses and your unrealized losses that you had through the past 3.5, 4 years by believing in one coin. Don't believe me? Just watch. I've seen it happen. If you've been here long enough, you've seen it happen. The difference is that you had not as much belief, you didn't have as much experience, and you didn't have that much cash. But now that's different. We're changing that. You got more capital, you got more experience, you got more battle armor, you got mithril. You got the damn katana. You got the shadow katana that can just wipe out the bears. Do you understand me? YouTube in the crypto space is not ready for this channel to blow up. That's all I gotta say. Not fucking ready for this channel to blow up. Because when I start winning, people get pissed. That's all I got to say. And that's why people are, I'm telling you, when I start winning, people get pissed and I'm like, let's go. Oh, is it Kanye energy? Is that what it is? Am I getting too confident? Good. Because I get into the depths of the darkest trench of talking to myself like I would, oh my gosh, I'd throw myself off the rafters if I could. I've beaten myself up so much. So if I can get confident and finally lock into what I know I'm capable of doing and I can bring you guys with me, we are going to be the biggest winning community in crypto. We're going to do it. So good morning, everyone. GM. So I hope you were following all of the posts and all of the things that we were talking about this morning, because it is playing out exactly as predicted. But look, I mean, it's tricky because, I mean, at any point, I mean, we can look, it just hit 69. That's around this price of where we could be seeing that resistance. And look, we could be hitting up at right at 70K to hit that resistance, but look at how much is still wanting to get liquidated at these levels. Let me refresh this because this is pretty important. Yeah. I mean, 68,000. Yeah, 68.7. Oh my gosh, they're like destroying the bears right now. Bears are getting destroyed. Absolutely in disbelief. The bears are getting they're just like screaming. They're like, oh, boo, boo, boo. Oh, boo, 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 boo. What's in the picnic basket? A grenade. Yeah, it's time for the bears to go home. We hit the levels, baby. So I mean, it's like Crypto, like I said, went long. You're gonna doubt this dude. Look, if Crypto goes long, you freaking go long. I tagged Crypto Face in this, and I'm like, where? I'm like, no one's around, no one's to be found. I'm like, where is everyone? Why aren't you guys here for this spectacle of the bears getting wrecked live in real time? I don't understand. I mean, where are you at? Like, let me see who's streaming right now. Who's streaming right now? Who's taking all my viewers? That's who it is. Andy. Shout out to Andy Bitcoin Census. Shout out to Crypto Lifer. Crypto Lifer's hilarious. Like, it's funny because we all have our strengths. You know, he's an amazing trader. He's a good family man. Very disciplined. He's holding the live stream record, but the dude can't catch a break with his balance and playing some pickle. I'm like, you're hurting yourself playing pickleball? What you doing, bro? It's just pickleball. Why are you tearing your entire leg in half playing pickleball? I mean, like, if you were to see what I'm doing on a piece of wood, you'd be amazed. So we all have our strengths. Okay, so Discover Crypto, they're live too. They're taking all my viewers. Chart Hackers, aka people from Crypto Banter. Who else is taking the views? Bloomberg, 137. Okay, all right. All jokes aside, we appreciate you guys joining the channel. And if you're just newly subscribed, we really appreciate it. I think we potentially have called the bottom. I don't know. We'll see. This is where true clout is this is where true clout is created, where it's born. Yeah, it's if Crypto man is long, dude. I mean, what do you get? You're gonna doubt the most famous Bitcoiner who has studied the market, who's been liquidated, who's done it. You think he's gonna let himself do exactly what he did the last time, get liquidated 5 times? The bro knows, and he's got enough money to literally study this all day. We said that there was a big chance that the bulls will catch a massive bid here, and that the FUD that's circling around all of this stuff right now is going to be the thing that it's just going to be real. It's going to be, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a little tricky. It's going to be a little tricky. Look, I mean, we were trying to trade all that, the bearishness, and try and trade, and we were going long where we should have been going short. It happens. It happens. But now it's like we just kind of were like, okay, well, let's just like watch the market. We're not going to put in any entries yet, because when we did, we were on the wrong side. And now it makes more sense that, like, okay, now the market was full bidding, trying to keep going short. And that's usually a recipe for disaster. So it's getting right into that spot where it's go time, you know. But it's still going to be a little tricky. So we gotta be patient, and yeah, let me know put some W's in the chat if you are in any positions, and if you are in profit, if you took any profits, and what's your plan if the trade goes against you. Put a W, and then I want your answers as to what you have done so far with your particular trades, if you are going to put a W in the chat. As you can see, they're shadow banning us again. 3 views. I have 3. There's 3 people that they're sending me out to on X. That's cool. And then for YouTube, here, let's play this. Let's go. Let's slice him and dice him. Start this from the beginning. Listen to this line. The trust instincts, then we roll with the plan. Some days, some nights, some live, some die in the way of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, sun up, sun down, the sons of a battle cry. Some days, some nights, some live, some die in the name of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, sun up, sun down, the sons of a battle cry. A battle cry. My name is Kid. I remember when I first heard that, I got chills all over my body. I remember. I mean, everyone did. When they heard that and they saw that cover him with the cigar and the cornrows and the dreads, we were like, whoa, dude, this guy's wild. It's like white trash, rap rock, like from Detroit, just... I was, how old was I? I was 8 years old. I remember that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's like, this is so good. My name is Kid. I was like, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be the era of music. Yeah, look at that kid. When I saw that album cover, I was like, let's go. But where's the part where he's like does the massive scream? Oh yeah, here we go. Woodstock.
Fuck.
All right. Oh my gosh, look at Pepe right now. Look at this. The frog, man. You cannot doubt the frog. Look. Yeah, trailer park pimping at the... Trailer park pimpin' coming back from the masses, playing Super Bowl, Big Bunny, the masses. Let's go. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, the conservatives are having their own Super Bowl halftime show with Kid Rock. And so it's in protest of Bad Bunny, who is kind of like, you know, it's kind of, he's on the other side, you know, if you think there's sides, you know, there is no sides. There's just NPCs and there's people who can see through the veil. And then there's also people that are just on the fence. Pretty simple. 3 types of people. There's people that want to seek truth. There's people that are on the fence and they're like, I don't know what to believe. And then there's people that are just NPC programmed and they're just like, and so you can't help those people. Those people will just literally, it's like they are like they have no brain inside their cranium. You can't help those people. Man, Pepe is just on a rip right now. All right, where's Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin okay? Bitcoin. Ooh, oh my gosh, it's trying to hit that 70K, guys. I'm telling you, it wants that 70K so bad. It wants that 70K. Ooh. You guys aren't hitting the like button. I can feel it. You're not hitting it. See, look, if you hit the like button, prices go up. I told you. If you hit the like button, prices go up. You got to believe in yourself. You know, I think that is like half the battle. If you can just believe in yourself and battle the negativity that is going to come into your brain. I was dealing with it really bad the past few days where my wife was like, can you like chill out? You're not being very pleasant to be around, just to be honest. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry. I was like, I have... But see, if she really knew the scope of what has, I mean, she does. I mean, obviously she's married to a crypto bro. She knows the scope, but like, I don't think she truly knows. Like, no one really knows. Like, I've talked to my crypto friends, and like only crypto friends, they really truly know the pain and suffering that we've endured. Like trying to understand this market, like to see like unrealized gains like completely evaporate right before your eyes. I mean, it's been a nightmare. And so it's been a rough year. It's been a little rough. It's been rough, okay? Like, and so if sometimes we have like these nom moments where we're just like, we're walking, we're smiling, all of a sudden we're like, ah! You know, and we're like literally PTSD. It's because, oh my God, like it has been insane. Nothing has risen our levels of like cortisol and our heart rate more than has been the past 2-3 years in crypto. It's been insane. But thank the Lord, thank Jesus that people are still here. Look, we got rectal terror. We got J Money Crypto still here. Look, J Money Crypto has been watching this channel, and we've been on this crypto journey for the past 3 years. Let's go. People are still alive. No one's left behind. If I see that you are still alive and you're just like crawling, you're just like, and you're just like, and I don't care if you're blown in half, but you're still breathing, I'm going to drag you with me. Because I felt like that I was doing that. I was like, ugh. It's been tough. Look at the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail now and study it, okay? It has been a battle. This is where the millionaires are made. At the bottom of the bear market. The end of it. When people are saying it's the start. Oh, it's the start. Oh, bear market confirmed. Now it is. Now it's confirmed. No, I was confirming that the bull market is starting. I don't care how much of the FUD has been hitting, but man, like I said, Crypto is long, and he made the mistakes for 3 different cycles. You think he hadn't learned? You think he's going to put $10 million in his trade right now to just get liquidated? Maybe he's got that much cash, but this time, my friends, I don't think the institutions or these big players are messing around anymore. If they're going long, I don't know. I'm gonna listen. Just so let's lock in. It's not going to be easy, but we can get damn close. But let's go. But yeah, so let's make sure we are taking profits. We're going to need to take some profits. Look, let's scoop some profits off the trades. If you're in any trades right now, it would probably be smart to just shave a little profits. Look, 164 ETH. This needs to I would like to pay myself. I'm going to pay myself a little bit here. This is what I've done before to really practice that, the risk management here. We're going to confirm, position reduced, and all right. Take the profit. Okay. So now looking in our particular wallet here, cool. So we built up, so we got $67 taking profit on this particular, on Jupe, and then we got 72 still in, and then also same with Fulcrum. We started with when did we start with? Did we start with $80? We started with $80 on Fulcrum, and now we're up to 164. So total unrealized profits 106, total realized 29 so far today. And then for our trades on weeks, we've realized 50. Yeah, so today's been a good day in terms of just locking in the profits, and so just trying to stay consistent, because at this point, this is when you can get a little too excited and you can get a little like, oh my gosh, everything, see, normally I would have been trying to trade like the 9:30, but I had already been up like late at 1 a.m. seeing how the direction was looking. It looked massively oversold, and I was like, okay, it seems like the bulls are going to come in and try and catch this bid to the upside. And so we just pulled the trigger. We said, all right, deploy capital, get the entries in. We still set the stop losses. So because look, we could have tried to catch that bid and the market could just go wick right down really quick and just liquidate you and just wipe you out. And it did do that with me on one particular trade last night when I was at work mining fiat. I tried to catch it with XRP and it did the wick. It went boom, it wicked down and it started to run. And so if you can kind of this is what's interesting. This might work. This actually might work. This might be one of the coolest things you probably can do is like, okay, if you feel like that and you're about to go into the market, put in where you would put in the trade. You can limit it. And what's cool is that it'll show you where your liquidation is. And what you can do is don't put in the trade at all. Set a limit where the liquidation was. Set a limit where the liquidation price was and watch it hit, because they're more likely wanting to liquidate you than pay you. So then you catch it on the inverse. And if that was your inclination first, you might have been wrong. And so I don't say that do that every time, like, oh, every instinct you have, like, inverse yourself. But it depends on you can kind of like feel how you're feeling. Like, are you trying to jump in the market because you feel like you missed out? Oh, then that's the perfect time to try this. I'm going to try it because it's easy. We're all going to still feel it. Even if we're robotic, you might still like, oh, I feel like I'm missing out. That same trade, you just put the limit where your liquidation is, or just short, and then they literally go back in and on your liquidation. But at this point, you're like, no, I'm not going to get liquidated because I'm inversing myself. I just think it's hilarious. But there is a funny meme where he's like, bro, I finally figured it out. So like whenever I put in a trade, or I feel like I'm going to put it, I just inverse myself. I just do the opposite of what I was going to do. See, it's guaranteed win. It's guaranteed win. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in today. All right. So, all right. It's really still trying to test. It's holding strong up here between this range of 69 and 69.8. And look, the resistance is at this order block at 70,100, 70,928. I think that's probably where we could see the hit right here. We go back down and test, possibly at the 68. So let's see. Let's see if that plays out. Let's see if that plays out. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're sharing the live stream. Yep, J Money's doing the right thing. You trail your stop losses up, trail them up, potentially that they could get closed, but look, you take it as a win. You made money, you took profits, you set the stop loss. Now your trade's in profit, you'd hit your TP1, and now you have a free trade. Now you can literally just slide your stop loss up above break even, and now you're in take profit. You can't lose. The only way you lose is if you start to go against yourself and you break your rules and your strategy and you start to get FOMO and you start to overtrade. Like today is a perfect example of, if I want to be successful, I have to cut and run if I see everything go against me. And if I've already taken profits and I've taken out everything, I can move and do this strategy. I can have capital to be able to go back into the market the next day and maybe take 2 days off. Maybe actually just trade today and do not have trades open at all on the weekends. You have to decide that. The market will make you think that you need to just trade 24/7 every single day so you can keep giving the market money to take from you. But that's not the case. Like, actually, it's more waiting, and then when you strike, you take what you can, you set your risk and your areas, and then you can execute. It's possible. It's definitely possible. All right, so what's happening then? What's happening in the trench? Let's see what's happening in the Solana trench. High liquidity tokens right now still being Fartcoin, Pippin, Pump, and Trump. And then some of these ARK, like the AI coins, things that were from last year's AI meta, or actually not even just last year, but the year before, coming towards the end of 2024. Remember, we had all those AI coins pumping. Binance was listing them. We had this huge AI run with GOAT, the GOAT Maximus, whatever, and then just all the AI kind of coins just started arcing. But then Binance listed them all and then dumped them all to zero. So only a few of them survived. Most of them went to zero and never came back. We can thank Binance for that. Yeah, this is what is bidding right now. I would look more so into the DEX tokens. I'm telling you, like the DEX tokens and the protocols on Solana is where you need to keep your focus, not necessarily like the trenches or the trench tokens. You need to look at the DEX tokens, and that one of them being Pump. Pump is a swap, and also Radium is a swap, and Orca is a swap, and Meteora and all these different DEXs, and Jupiter. So see where that money's flowing in and see who's getting the most trading volume, 24-hour DEX volume, who's generating the most fees, stuff like that. That's where you can potentially see what is going to flow into places on Solana. Same with Ethereum. You do the same with Ethereum. What's interesting is that there are some tokens, like for instance, like we were trying to figure out what tokens are doing well when the market is doing bad. And that was Zeus. So Zeus is a token that we were following over the past 2 years that has Solana Bitcoin DeFi. And so you can deposit Bitcoin on Solana by using the Zeus protocol and then get ZBTC and then be earning Bitcoin yield and do DeFi Bitcoin stuff on Solana. I think that could be a pretty big narrative going into, quote, the new Bitcoin money system, is that you have all these Bitcoin services provided through protocols that are on Solana, Solana being the third choice in institutional backed stablecoin minting and all that stuff, and tokenized, 24-hour trading stocks and all that stuff. Solana's still catching a bid on that. But then Ethereum is going to be the top choice. And then, as a combination hybrid is going to be Bitcoin for DeFi aspects, but then also a money system. So this is going to be really interesting to see if you can play all this into a, quote, bid on some of these for spot. Look at what you can do with spot on something like Zeus. You get up and bid it up to maybe even just the resistance of 16 cents from where it's sitting at right now. That's a 1000% move on spot of Zeus. No one's, quote, talking about it or paying attention, but we are here. So, I mean, look, I'm giving you something that could easily, look at how it caught a bid at the bottom here. Oversold massively. So it's like at a point, you know, it'll, if it's recovering at all, then that's a good sign. All right, so let's check. So look, BTC, really trying to get to that that $70,000. Is it getting close? It's getting close. It's trying. It's getting there. Getting very close. So, like I said, also a good practice of discipline is whenever you do take profits or make profits in your account, you should immediately take 50% or 60% of it and go buy spot and of whatever it is that you are liking and wanting to accumulate and keep for the future. And also, yeah, you could take 50% and then keep it in the account, continue to trade with it, or you can just then also just take that and just put it in stable and just have it in a stable account. One, preferably that is liquid. You know, you can have a stable liquid account that you can have a debit card. MetaMask on the Linnea network, if you just have it hooked up with your MetaMask card and you have that available, you can have it digitally hooked up with Wallet Pay, and then you have access to your stable. You just boop, just Wallet Pay. Or Apple Pay. And then if you have any of these exchanges set up, you can, you know, have it on a debit card and do what you will. You could put it on a DeFi protocol and stake it. I don't know, but just anything that is going to keep you building up your bag and you're just compounding. And we just, you know, if we can try and do this as much as possible, but not to a point where you are doing too much, but you're just calculated. You can see where you might need to step back, take a break. Okay, you kind of got stuff on autopilot. Make sure you have all your things protected. Don't go to sleep without making sure your stuff is set where it needs to be set. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. They go, oh, everything is good. And then the market goes, and just you get cooked. So just make sure you're practicing all those risk management and, you know, and also get some attention span, because I feel like everyone's attention span is just going in the toilet. I mean, like if you can't follow this, then how are you ever going to build anything and have the attention span to do anything? For real. Like, if you can't even pay attention to someone trying to explain to you how to make money and trade and also listen to the mistakes, then go to TikTok. But this it's, you know, this isn't the place here. You know, we're coming here to train the damn dojo. So if you ain't got the patience for it and you can't even come into an hour class to learn, go to TikTok. But if you want to learn, you can stay here and it's for free. We can become the biggest, richest community in the entire space. Pretty simple. Simple as that. And we're going to have the confidence to do so. And we're building it together. So all you guys who've been here from day one and have come like lasers, J Money, Jason, Beats, I see you. I see you guys. Headband, I see you. I see you. Ozzy, Loco, Don Cabrera. I see all the people that have come on a daily basis and a consistent and show up. And that just means you guys are going to win. That's it. You know, all the people that fallen off to the wayside and can't stay, you need to work on your will. Work on your will. And get stronger, because it's not like it's going to get any easier. In fact, it'll get harder. But the difference is that we ourselves are going to be able to handle it. That's just it. So come with me, stick with me. Check out the links in the description. Consider becoming a member of the channel. We haven't had any new members join. Literally for the price of a stick of gum, you can become a member of the channel, and we would very greatly appreciate it. Check out the Telegram, check out the Discord. All of that is links in the description. Very easy to track. And we hope you guys have a good rest of your day. We're going to be rocking out later. We're playing a show. We're going to be playing some drums. Like, I had to switch it up. I was like, man, I've been running sound a lot. So I'm an AV, audio visual technician. So I run sound for everything. And I can, you know, do video production for just about anything. So I've been doing that a lot and getting ready for some events that are coming up. But then also I'm like, man, I want to play some music. So I'm going to be playing some drums tonight. But yeah, so check out all the links. We got the links here. You follow me at DanoCrypto904 on X. Here's the Discord link. Make sure you join that and get the conversation going. Get in here and chat amongst yourselves. Show your trades. I want to see what you guys are doing. I want to see, like, I want to pulse on the community and what you guys are, how you guys are feeling. And so make sure you are checking out all of that stuff. But with that being said, have a good rest of the day. God bless you. May the light of the Lord Jesus Christ shine on you and your families. And have a good weekend. Peace out.